Evan Foxy last week posted a video on our YouTube where his legs look smaller than any human's legs I've ever seen before. Going back to Miley Cyrus's drug days, wherever she was on everything and they had that photo of her tiny little legs, they look like legs that had never walked anywhere. They look like legs that had never gone anywhere. We post a video of this thing, and on Twitter, a man replies at Roly Coley and says that his legs, Evan Fox's legs, are smaller than mine, and I've been in a wheelchair for 10 years. Maybe the most savage comment I've ever heard in my entire life.
I made a guy actually quit a comedy contest I was in with him because he bombed his entire set, and I went up there and I was like, my first joke, I said, Jesus, that was so bad even I almost walked out. And
whenever I flew out here for the visit, last question before we go, a guy named Jamie Moore, who's a scout for the Colts. I think he still is.
Yep, excellent scout.
Good guy. Great guy. He's the one, I didn't know who the hell he was then, but he picked me up at the airport. He drove me to get my physical, which is like 45 minutes north of the airport.
Yep.
And then from there to the facility, that's like another 45 minutes. So I was in a car with this guy for about an hour and a half. And now that I'm looking back on it as you were coming in, he was judging me the entire time. Is that accurate?
No doubt.
Like literally, I think he was peppering me with questions at one point, and I was just like, oh, this guy's a cool guy. He's just an intern. He's trying to make his way through this thing. It was like, no, that guy was on a mission there.
Yeah, he's an excellent scout now, but at the time he was probably I don't know if he was an intern or scouting assistant, but really what he was doing is just trying to verify the information we had from West Virginia, just trying to see, get you to talk a little bit, like a comfortable environment, which is the same reason why I talked to you. We sat down and talked for a while. Like I said, you were very yes sir, no sir that day with me.
Hey, see that?
So, yeah.
How'd that work out? Pretty good. I got drafted. Pretty good. I got drafted.
Yeah,
well, then the mugshot happened. Yeah. That was my fault. That was 100% my fault. By the way, my nose is running right now.
Oh, no.
I know. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about what's happening to my nose right now.
You sneezed twice in the car, too.
I'm not happy about what's happening right now.
Way too much information.
Yeah, but it could have been in the hotel, too. I mean, anyways, let's get to a break. On the other side, we'll be joined by Nick Mango to break down the entire NFL. I'm going to go get tested for a virus. I don't know if that's possible.
We're being quarantined in this room.
Because I'm sniffling?
Yeah. That's like if you go on a cruise ship right now. By the way, don't.
I would never. I hate cruises. Everybody hates cruises.
And if you have any sniffles, you hold that in and you do not tell anyone about it until you're off that cruise
Bro, I look
ship.
like the Iranian health minister right now. Did you see that guy up there?
I did.
He's like, this is not that big of a problem.
I heard
He
him.
was sweating, dripping in sweat.
He had it.
He's like, this isn't that big of a deal, guys. And he's like rubbing his nose.
Looks like Papa John.
Literally, looked like Pop John's after that 30-day 30 pizza challenge, which, by the way, we heard was a bunch of BS. Never would have guessed that with John Schnatter. But that guy ended up having coronavirus the next day. I don't think I do. I just think there's potentially something in our hotel that we stayed in that was from 1921. I mean, who knows what's cooking in those walls?
Cardboard boxes we slept on.
But I'll never be sure. We're back on the other side with Nick Mango to talk about the new CBA. You're such a creative human, by the way. After talking to you even more, not only Run P, but then the rubber. Is it? Can I?
Yeah,
say,
we
is this
started
public?
Kalo. Yeah. We started Kalo about 7 years ago. Silicone wedding rings. We sold the business to a private equity firm this year.
No big deal.
And I've been entrepreneurial and like starting stuff. It came out of necessity because I was always like good enough to be in the league, but not really good enough to make the team at the end of camp. And I kept getting cut.
Got a little bit of money.
7 years, 0 starts. Like I don't know if that'll happen again. It's like weirdly impressive. You know what I mean? I wasn't good enough to get in there, but I was like cool enough to have around, I guess.
Which, by the way, is what you're doing right now.
Appreciate
for every player coming into the NFL and some players still in the NFL. Josh Allen made a massive jump from year 1 to year 2. I think all of Bills Mafia is excited to see what you do with him this offseason and get him to the next level. Sam Darnold, how's he get mono? Nobody knows. We got to get to a break. That's tough. How does he get mono?
No comment. Yeah, I don't know.
Frank, I see you have the Yeezys on. You're all dressed up. The last time you came in here, you had basketball shorts on, no underwear.
Yeah. How do you know?
Well, I saw it.
Yeah. Glad for you didn't bring that up too much while we was on. Yeah, my son actually is dressing me now because here's the thing. This is the deal. My son said he goes, when's the next day? He didn't know I was coming out here. He's like, when's the next time you're going on the Pat McAfee show? I go, wait a second. Do you listen? He goes, oh, all the time. I was like, really? Tell me more about this, because he's like, yeah, I'm getting into podcasts now, and he's the best one. And I was like, okay.
My guy.
So it's starting to I'm starting to listen to my son. He's giving me some social media advice. Some of it seems good, some of it seems a little off the rails. But he's like, He's selling shoes now. He's a little
Sneakerhead.
15-year-old kid.
Let's
in
go.
school. Sometimes he pays attention to the school stuff, but he's in calculus as a 15-year-old. He's okay. But so he's buying and selling shoes, and he's talking about you and talking about he loves the NBA and everything that goes on with that. He used to be an NFL guy, but now he's totally into this. But I made a realization, and you'll find this too. Have you been on here before?
No.
Okay.
My first time.
Yeah, use the microphone. So no, sorry. Such a jerk.
I've been doing this for 30 years. I've only been here for 6 minutes.
On the couch here in the room, making the pilgrimage to Indianapolis for the Combine Week, which is currently happening. Ryan Leaf, former number 2 overall NFL draft pick, and the voice of the NFL, a man whose voice radiates through microphones and televisions, and when he runs and speaks, the world gets better. Ladies and gentlemen, Rich Eisen.
Thank you so much.
That was substantially a better introduction. Just pointing that out.
Yeah, but I was never the number 2 overall pick in a draft, right?
Yeah, I guess not.
I mean,
not too many people have been, I think.
There you go, Ryan. Hey, attaboy, Ryan.
If you could do the math about how many drafts there have
How
been.
many drafts have there been? 50?
67.
There you go.
So I'm one of 67.
You're one of 67. And later on, you'll be one of 68.
That was not accurate.
You sure?
Yeah, 100%. We do not have a
Did
stats.
you just throw that out?
Oh,
it sounds about right, though, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think here about common draft. No, there's definitely been more than 67 drafts.
Yeah,
It was 100 years of football, right?
this guy.
Well, there's 100 years of football, but
don't let him dupe you.
not 100 years of the draft.
You cannot let that happen. What you say? I mean, I understand you guys.
First one was 1936.
Okay.
First draft was 36?
No, you're gonna
84 years.
I was told there'd be no math on the Pat McAfee show.
I think that's 84
I think
years.
that's
right?
implied that there's no math on the Pat McAfee show. But
I just did great math, by the way.
But who knows if there was drafts during World War II? So we're gonna think
there
about that.
definitely was.
There was
Definitely.
a draft.
But anyways, the
NFL draft.
Yeah, there it is.
Right. Hey, Pat, let me
wasn't a question.
if you don't mind. No, I know there's a statement. You're on a riser here.
Yeah.
I'm lower than you
Yeah.
on a couch.
On purpose.
Very far away.
Yeah.
This is very Cowherdian of you.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
appreciate
That's like you're like
Yeah, but if you look at the way it's set up right now,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you are
Yeah.
in a position for, I mean, not just for me.
full conversation.
Battleship, by the way, can be sunk from all different angles. We got Diggs over there. We got a guy in a nook back there that is hiding out. He's
For the brand Nook.
a sniper back there.
is he like the DJ?
Yeah, he's but we're not allowed to play real music. We have to play independent music that is or copyright free music because the Zone doesn't have the rights. It's like $3 million, so he has to scour the internet for hack music. And
You
that's
should just have me like sing covers, or does that not count either?
Let's do it.
you can. We can.
By the way, Ryan Leaf Sings the Hits would be a great holiday
Coming out
stocking
at Christmas.
stuffer
Yeah.
for people.